Hello guys and welcome back to Let's Play The Letter. Last time, bid payday, we're still cursed, but risk it for a biscuit. We got some new tech from the comments. Apparently like the relationship status bar is a lot more impactful than I first gave it credit for. Apparently like not only does it change people's attitudes, apparently we can also kill people with it. and actually ship people together. So I don't know how in depth that is. Like I'm sure you can't do it with everyone, but we're basically the master here. I mean, I guess we don't know enough about the characters to say what goes what. Besides, fairly sure there's like some funky love triangle here, even though I think Isabella's more neutral. I don't. I that's Okay, we'll just go over it. I think Rebecca likes Ashton. I think that's the most clear link. I think Ashton might like Isabella, and I think Isabella might be neutral to both of them. Besides, I mean, just friends, just friends. So that's some spice going on. Obviously, then you might have whatever's going on with Luke and Hannah. Because there's some weird vibes between Marianne, and Luke. So that could be something. But we're still very, like, early on in the game. The only character we like really know about, I feel, is Isabella, especially because of the phone call with the mom. I feel like we have a pretty good understanding of how her character is, her motivations and stuff, while everyone else is still a bit sorry, it's I smell smoke. it's let me close the window. It's one of the flaws of living on the top floor of a condo building. You kind of just smell shit from because there's a rooftop place where people go on the rooftop, and sometimes people smoke weed. I swear people sometimes have parties up there, so it isn't that noisy. But yeah, I just turned on my I have an air purifier, so hopefully that'll clear it up. Pretty unlucky that it happens right when we start recording, as per usual. But yeah, we need to keep an eye out. The only the main thing I feel like is if you continue to ship Ashton and Isabella, Rebecca's meter's gonna go down to Isabella, so that's a problem. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, we can think about the complicated stuff later. Let's celebrate a bit. Having lunch with Becca and Zach. Ashton is off being a police detective. So yeah, let's just see how it goes. So far so good. Like I said, we're still cursed. Some mildly spooky stuff is happening, though nothing as spooky as episode 1 so far. But yeah, let's just continue on. In the end, only Becca and Zach could come. Ash, on the other hand, couldn't be reached. All of my calls went straight to his voicemail. He's at it again? Right here today, gone the next day. It honestly probably does just come with his job, right? As a police detective. Maybe he's doing undercover or something. Oh well, his loss. Or he died from the curse. We have agreed to meet at a nearby cafe, the same one I frequent with Becca because it's cheap and they give away free bread around closing time. Alright, dude. I respect the free bread hustle. Ooh. Gotta appreciate how everything's animated in this game. It's a very new experience. The only time, like, the first time I ever experienced, like, animated, like, backgrounds and stuff was in a Doki Doki Literature Club. Not that I have a huge repertoire of visual novels, but, it's nice to see. Quaint, a little old-fashioned, though it looks a wee bit out of place amidst the city's tall buildings, but we love it all the same. What do they got there? Espresso? Or Ito espresso? Is that how you spell it? I've never had an espresso, dude. I don't even have a large espresso. I thought those were just shots. Got some cappuccinos, you know. decent. I haven't gone to like a coffee shop in literally like a year and a couple months. Besides going once because I got a gift card and I just bought lunch there. Kinda miss it, dude. I'm drinking a lot of coffee now, though. Like almost every, like 5 days a week maybe. So, still getting it somehow. Much like its facade, the interior carries an antique charm to it. Vintage art pieces and a row of shelves boasting an extensive collection of books cover the walls. It would have been nice to hang out here for hours on end, but even on a weekend, the place is still packed with people. Thankfully, Becca and Zach have already found seats, and we are engaged in some casual chatter when I arrived. Or they are. It's strange seeing the two of them without Ash accompanying the other. They've never been particularly close. Sure, they talk when they meet, laugh at the same things when there's something funny, but there's distance, the kind born purely out of differing interests. That, or is that simply afraid of Becca? It's not impossible, and I won't blame him if he is. He might be the tallest in our group, but everyone knows that it means nothing against Becca's temper. Even I am a little scared of her.
Zach! Becca! Well, you seem to be in a better mood today. What happened?
Rich!
I know that smile, Belle. Come on, still.
Don't rush me. Let's order food first, okay?
A waitress comes by to take our order. On a normal day, me and Becca will order a hearty serving of their special vegetarian stovies. That takes anything with a good helping of meat, sausage, and potatoes in it. But today's a good day. Great, even. It's not wrong to indulge a little, right?
Today's special. For the three of us.
Even the person jotting down our orders is surprised at today's meal choice. She writes it nevertheless and leaves without a comment. Becca furrows her eyebrows, her mouth halfway open, ready to let loose like what's likely a string of reprimands.
Don't worry, it's my treat.
The glare she sends my way reminds me of the one I received from Mama when I punched a kid bullying my younger brother 18 years ago. Naturally, I never did it again after she made me apologize the next day. But Becca's far from being my mom. A small sheepish grin is enough to turn that frown into a defeated sigh. Food arrives in the middle of a funny story from Zach, putting the rest of the conversation on hold as we are each served our order. It isn't anything fancy. Oh. Pan roasted sea bass with citrus dressed asparagus and a portion of mashed potatoes on the side. At least that's what the daily special board says. It looks pretty good. Unlike pan roasted fish, I'm not the biggest fan. Obviously sea bass isn't the real word for it. Hold on. Culinary stuff. What's a sea bass? Is it just called sea bass? Oh. Okay, that is the word for it. I don't know. I feel like a lot of fish, pan fried at least, tastes pretty bland to me, so. But I like the mashed potatoes and asparagus. I never did pay any attention to it whenever I come here since they price whatever's written way above what I'm willing to spend on food on a single day. I mean, ramen noodle diet will do that to you.
Oh, good. I'm so hungry, I think I'm dying.
You're always hungry.
Hey, not all the time.
Let me guess. You skipped breakfast again.
Not on purpose. I may have overslept by a few seconds today.
Right then. Stop stalling, Isabella. What's this about?
Let us say it, Rebecca. She wouldn't be inviting us out if it wasn't worth hearing out.
That being the chill guy again.
Well, we're waiting.
I'm treating you guys to a once-in-a-century thing.
An expected grin breaks out on my face, except...
I'm sorry, say that again.
And this is important because...
Becca only raises an eyebrow at me, and while Zach appears like he didn't get the punchline to another lame joke Ash made, and is desperately searching for someone to explain it. Oh, bummer. Maybe I should rephrase it. Oh, this better not change the... No, it's too much of a meme to change a relationship. Or the story. Ooh, I don't know about this. This sounds much better. Let's not diss Ashton.
Okay, let me do that again.
What'd we do? They both went up, okay. I feel like if we mention Ashton... I mean, it might go up, but I don't know. It's good to see they both went up, though. Nice. That's what I want. I want a full positive, everybody lives, everybody is happy, and whatever. I wonder if you just get... I mean, I guess you can't go full positive, because some choices forces you to lower. I wonder what the true route is like, the true relationships. Guess we'll have to see. You know, I'm an expert at getting the best ending first. Just look at 999. That was...
Guess what, guys?
It's a
I'm
joke.
paid.
I'm pretty bad. But maybe this will be the day where we get the true route first time. As the news sinks in, the expression goes from sheer bewilderment to utter surprise. That's more like it.
You heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. As of today, I'm Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos and free from my instant noodle binge.
Flex that long name, dude. I was about to flex, because I have a pretty long name if you do the two middle, well, middle plus mom's surname, but you know what? Not today.
Seriously?
Let's just get hyped and eat our food, dude. No curse stuff.
Hold it, Belle. You sold the house?
Yeah, I mean, it's cursed and all, but... So, it's all good.
Yep.
Which house is this? In Aslam Village? The one with the open house yesterday?
The one and only. Come on, Becca. I know you've got a better memory than that.
Oh, wow. That's...
She lets out a hum. Although she's nodding, she gives the impression of someone who has heard something unbelievable and is still forcing her brain to absorb it. Did she think we wouldn't be able to sell it? I mean, to be fair, he had a pretty rough performance during the open house. Have some faith in me, Becca. Am I not your best friend or what?
You don't believe me?
The words tumble out of my mouth before I could stop them. I've been trying to avoid bringing up yesterday's little spat, and judging from those looks on their faces, it seems they are too. Me and my stupid mouth.
I'm sure it ain't the way you're thinking, Bella.
No, I do believe you.
I mean, it is a fact we sold the house.
But don't you think the sale happened a bit too fast? The open house only started yesterday.
It's a
and now
little.
you already have a buyer?
It is a little sketchy. I will give that.
It happens from time to time.
Yeah, but look, I'm happy for you. Just yesterday, you've been really worried where to get money for your dad's new treatment. And now, all of a sudden, you have something. What if the sale doesn't push through?
Sorry about that.
I don't know. They're a fraud or they suddenly back out.
If you heard that weird screeching sound, that was me stretching my jaw. And it was like a weird sound from the bottom left corner of my... where this bat foot... I don't even know how to describe it, dude. It's a weird sound. I like to, when I'm idle, I like to stretch stuff. So I was just stretching my jaw. Sorry, because I saw the soundbar. I don't know what that actually would sound like on mic, but yeah.
Isn't it a little too early to celebrate?
But on Becca's point, I mean, you haven't heard of the Wrights, dude? Apparently they're the most famous couple in Luxembourg, you know? They're definitely not frauds, you would think.
Rebecca does have a point, Bella. If you haven't closed the deal yet, there's still a chance they'll go back on it.
They don't seem like it to me. The lady appeared to really want it, and she approached me without even finishing the tour.
pressured me into it more like. But I'm not going to tell Becca about that. Knowing her, she'd only worry.
And she already hired someone to handle the house's interior design.
You're joking. Who would do that?
The Wrights, apparently. It's actually pretty funny. She's a bit too excited to get the property, she forgot to buy it. At any rate, they've already signed the agreement today, so it's just a matter of time.
Unless Rose fucks it up, but you doubt that.
And don't tell anyone about this, but Ma'am Hannah also gave us something extra.
Something as in...
As in, it's why I can treat you two to a free meal.
I'm more surprised you accepted it.
Who wouldn't, Zach? I mean, sure, it's a little risque, but I'm sure a lot of people in that business do it. You know, we're struggling here. We take the handouts.
She didn't really give us a choice in the matter. So don't lose sleep over this, okay? The couple really want the house. If Rose didn't stop them, they'd likely have paid up front for it yesterday. That's despite the legends, too. I even tried to show them the letter. But nope. I want this house, darling. Go take all our money.
You don't really think
Good
they
one.
believe that, do you? I'm pretty sure for them, those are just rumors as well. No one is that superstitious in this day and age, Belle.
Well, we are.
Well, there's you.
Hey, we've seen shit. You guys have not seen the shit we've seen.
Right. You know what? I'll just eat all of these by myself.
I begin to gather their plates to my side, the food in each still untouched. A laugh almost escapes my mouth, with the way Zat's expression quickly changes to disappointment. Okay, buddy. Becca's hand interrupts me just as I'm about to pull her plate closer to me.
I'm kidding. Don't go all pouty on me again. I'm just concerned you'll get hurt if this doesn't happen. I know how badly you want to close this deal for your papa.
I'm sure he's gonna be fine now, though, with the money. They don't know yet. I think I'll call them tomorrow. Let them know things will be easier.
To be fair, even if they do pull out for whatever reason, we still got the bonus cash, so we're not going out empty-handed at least.
Mama said this morning he's showing progress with the new treatment, too. It's just a matter of time.
I allow myself to smile, genuine and uninhibited. It's strange talking about this with other people, even those who have known you long enough. But today things simply feel a lot lighter with them here. Lunch passes in an enjoyable fashion. A laugh here, a playful jab there. But most of it is spent on catching up and telling stories about whatever's keeping us busy these days. Something we couldn't afford to do the day before, taking into account what happened. Also, this song's a bop. I think this is the song I really liked before. My favorite song so far, I think. Wait until it drops, you know. Here it goes. Almost. It still sounds like it's building up a bit. But the song's, I don't know. I vibe with it. Even Vetch is surprisingly chatty. Is there something in the sea bass we ate? Zat, though, appears less energetic. While he's far from being the life of the party, he's definitely not the type to keep quiet in a conversation with his friends. Apart from a few inputs, he's been silent the entire time. If Becca notices...
Are you sure you're not feeling under the weather, Zachary?
Well, she confronts him right away.
Huh? No, I'm okay. No worries, Rebecca.
Doesn't sound okay to me.
It's okay. I might be feeling a little bummed out today, but I'm sure this will pass.
Is it about the reviews this morning?
Oh, I didn't do well? I mean, we wouldn't know since we were talking halfway through it, but I feel the same thing, even though obviously I'm not a person who publishes film, publishes literature, whatever. But I'm also one that is pretty light-skinned on criticism, even though, you know, I welcome it or whatever on videos and stuff. It definitely does bother me, though obviously it's a good thing get criticism too, but I understand the feeling of being frustrated. You know, just imagine putting all that hard work in, and it's his big first film and doesn't do well by critics. I can sympathize with him at least. A painful expression crosses Zach's face, and almost immediately, Becca retreats in her inquiry as though the man's look is enough of an answer for her. I looked between the two of them. Did I miss something? What happened this morning? Did I stumble on a big secret? That's why I don't like waking up late.
You heard about those, huh?
Sorry, I just happened to check on some sites this morning.
To be fair, a lot of, I don't know, in my opinion, a lot of review sites are just whatever, dude. You can use them for like a general, like as long as it's not like a 1 or something, then, you know, then you're like a general consensus. Like if I ever see a 10 on a review site, I usually just, you don't believe it, right? And in particular, I think Rotten Tomatoes is actually like such a shit review site. Like type in any movie and well, I don't know about any movie, but type in like, just type in a movie, and I guarantee you the Rotten Tomatoes score is gonna be like way higher than the IMDb store or whatever other store. It's just weirdly inflated because of how they change the rating systems to be verified by stuff. It's like there's so many 100s and 90s on Rotten Tomato. It's just weird to me. I wouldn't be, oops, sorry, I clicked off screen. I wouldn't be too concerned about those sites, honestly. Personally, you know, I always say, you know, you can listen to other people's opinions, but you should always experience it for yourself and try to not to let other people's opinions affect your own. Though it's harder said than done, obviously. If a lot of people love like a movie or something and then you're like, oh, it was alright, then it might be harder to flat out say that. But yeah, anyways, sorry I'm rambling a bit. I just feel for Zach, you know, as a movie buff, as a person who likes a lot of literature and stuff. He's a cool dude. I like Zach. He's going up in my ratings.
Nah, it's a very sensitive topic in the first place. I should have expected it.
What reviews?
Becca glances at Zach, her motions unsure, eyes asking for his consent on the matter. Although there's a small desire to keep asking on my part, I don't dare voice it out. With Zach, it's always been better to wait, let him speak on his own. Becca too, to some extent, although with her, explosions of temper are more common. In the end, he simply answers with a shift of his shoulders, gesturing for her to go on with a tilt of his head.
It's his movie.
That doesn't explain anything. Stop dangling the information, Becca.
I mean, to be fair, Isabella, it's kind of easy to read in between the lines here.
Zachary, I'm not the one supposed to be telling her about this. It's still your documentary.
Wait, did we know it was a documentary? That's very weird if a documentary is being, I mean, I guess it's not weird. I don't know.
Is it something bad?
He's not getting good ratings, Isabella.
Not bad per se. You guys don't need to dwell on it much.
Bad? Listen here. I wouldn't trivialize what those bowheads wrote if I were you. They're ruining other people's jobs.
Sorry. We gotta Google that word. Bowheads. I mean, she said bowhead. It sounded like bowheads to me. New tech. It's Scottish slang. Bowhead. A person with a chubby face. Oh. That is me. A stupid person. Arguably me, but maybe not. Scottish dialect for a bald head. Bald head. Bald head. One who is ignorant and unnecessarily stupid. Yon Jimmy is such a fucking bald head. Okay, that's probably the definition. Thank you, Urban Dictionary. Well, I wouldn't say I'm unnecessarily stupid, so I'm probably not a bald head. You know, credits are always, it's always it's a weirdly it's a weird issue, because I feel like in this day and age, at least from my age group of young adults, a lot of people seem to be more gravitating towards like YouTube credits than actual professional credits who write for magazines and websites and stuff. I don't know, my opinion's kind of whatever. It is kind of, I feel like people just take critics' words on stuff way too seriously anyways, from either side. I mean, a review is a review, right? It's just your feelings on a matter. Some will be way more technical, but I'm guessing like the average person probably doesn't know about these technicalities. You know, if you like a movie, you like a movie. So I guess I didn't really answer any questions, but yeah, credits these days, dude. Credits these days, as they said. The sticker escapes me, which I promptly stamp down on as soon as she sends me a hard look.
This isn't a laughing matter, Isabella. Some bowbag just insulted him.
Stop using Scottish slang. Now I gotta look it up again. Bawbag. It's a term of endearment in Scotland. According to the dictionary, slang for scrotum. I don't know if scrotum is a term of endearment, but...
Calm down, Rebecca. Those are just reviews, and it happens a lot.
True.
I do not ken about you two, but calling the entire film an out-and-out drivel, you're better off watching an educational kids' TV show, and worst 1.5 hour of my life, among other things, isn't exactly a critique any decent movie reviewer would say.
First of all, no idea what you said in your first part. I actually didn't even really notice Becca was Scottish. I thought she was more English, but as I said before, I don't know shit about accents. Those are pretty bad quotes, though. Jesus. One of the worst 1.5 hours of my life? Come on. You're being dramatic, dude. No movie's gonna be one of the worst 1.5 hours of your life.
If you could call that a critique, did we even watch the same film?
You know, Becca is pretty based. She was the only one actually watching the film, too. Points up for Becca, dude. Like I said, I like every character so far, and they're just getting better.
Well, maybe I ain't cut out for it. Better stick with my photography or something. If nothing else, this helped me open my eyes to what I can and can't do.
Zach.
You're giving up.
It wasn't a question.
It was just something experimental I did on my free time anyway. It's no big deal.
No, Zach's such a nice guy. I feel so bad for him.
But you worked on it for months.
Doesn't look like it matters for those people.
Don't say that!
Oh. My palm strikes the table, sending the tableware on top clinking against each other. I didn't even notice when I rose from my seat. But here I am, chest heaving, looking down at him in the same manner a teacher would an unruly student. Becca's probably proud. I didn't mean to yell, but there's some things people like Zach aren't supposed to say. Come on, boost his ego, Isabella. He needs it. How exasperating. You of all people should know.
It's just a review.
Except they're pretty well-known critics.
Fuck the well-known critics. We're in a new age, baby.
Why does that matter? They aren't the ones calling the shots on this. Isn't that why they have a committee? Right, Becca?
I don't know what that means, but I guess added critiques. I don't know the intricacies of critics, so don't ask me. An amused gleam in her eye is in her eye when I turn to her. What does she find so entertaining here? Well, we're kind of laughing at her too before. Help me here. Your friend's about to quit his passion for a petty reason. I haven't read what those people wrote about his work, but a few scratching words shouldn't be enough to discourage someone. I should know, after all,
Failing means you're playing, Zach. Not that I'm saying it's bad. I've seen it from start to finish, and I know for myself what you created isn't something people should scoff at. I don't know anything about filming or photography. Hell, I don't have an inkling of artistry in me except for those doodles I make for class. But I know what I watched. Look at Isabella. It's not every day you see her all riled up like this.
I mean, to be fair, Isabella didn't really watch the film, so it might not be a good example, but you know, like I said, if you like it, you like it. Whatever I'm about to say gets lost in my tongue as a flush of embarrassment blooms across my face.
It was a heat of the moment thing. And anyway, I'll be very angry with you if you quit. What about the exhibit?
What exhibit?
Classified information.
Even if I bring you your favorite tonight?
What's our favorite?
Nope, not a chance.
Oh, come on! I thought we aren't supposed to have secrets.
A burst of laughter comes from Zach.
Thanks, you two. I might need some time alone to myself for a while. Just to think about things, how I'll go from here, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that was a decent ego boost. Good job, teammates.
Hey, I'm not quitting, Bella. Don't give me that face.
There's no face at all, only a poor imitation of a puppy dog eyes, if you recall this one.
Promise?
I'll be damned if I break any promise I make to you guys. Besides, you're right. It's too early to say anything right now. Awards night ain't for another week.
Well, I mean, aiming for awards is pretty hard on your first go at it, but I respect the ambition. And that's all the answers I need from him. As sentimental as it sounds, there's fulfillment in knowing another person you know won't take the same path you've walked. It's not like it's over for me though. I still have time. I could still come back, do my own thing, do what I really want to do. Surely once Papa recovers, once I'm done with everything. I remember now she mentioned having to drop out or something, get the job, but I forgot what. I forgot what her passion was. Does it say in the profile? It's kind of embarrassing. Filipino lights. Oh, she likes art. Okay. Yeah, good on you, Isabella. Hope you make it. Hope we don't die from a curse. Inside my bed, my phone buzzes unexpectedly, breaking the pleasant afternoon lull. Rose. The screen shows Rose.
Hey, Isabel. You at the office?
Ha ha. Very funny, Rose.
Good meme.
I'm hanging up.
A Hannah classic.
Don't, I'm kidding. BRC says the floor plan copies are ready for Miss McCullough to pick up.
She states that as if it already explains everything. Then out of the blue she launches a long round. She launches a long rant about the awful state of Luxembourg streets. All of which she says in a single breath that I can barely keep up and make out a single word. I stay quiet, if only to avoid becoming the next object of her frustration. She's similar to Becca in that regard.
I'm stuck in horrendous traffic right now. Bloody stupid drivers.
Okay. Everyone's in freaking... What was it? Scottish Ireland? I'm sorry, I don't know. I didn't know that. When I googled Luxembourg, I didn't actually get a... a real place, so I just assumed it was something else, but obviously maybe I was supposed to. There's Luxembourg. I don't know. Whatever. At least we're in a definite location. Just a quick mumbled plea for me to meet the rights interior designer in her stead, and
Anyway, I'll leave it to you. Bye. Thanks.
thanks for asking. Classic Rose, she ends the call without even asking for my input. Okay, you know. What's happening on the timeline? After a day after the open house, the rights were seen. Securing the mansion purchase at Bright Reality office. Parties involved in the transaction were Surprised at how fast it went, but agreed it was to be expected when dealing with influential people like the Wrights. Happy over the sale, Isabella Santos treated her friends to lunch. True. The sky is cloudless and the noontime sun is beating down on the hard concrete when we leave the cafe. It is far from unbearable, but it's enough to put most people in a fickle mood or make them vulnerable to catching something. No wonder we have staff members going AWOL lately, not to mention my boss's mercurial moods. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want our usual cloudy weather back. For all the gripes on the unpredictable weather, though, the streets of Lutzburn remain constantly busy. The hurried tapping of shoes against the pavement and inane chatter coming from the lunchtime crowd fill the humid afternoon air. A small reminder of the things we still have to do, regardless of how much I want to return to the comfort of my bed. Back to Briar Realty for me. Zach to a meeting with the magazine publisher featuring luxury houses, and Becca to her lesson plans and books at home. But more than once, I catch her speaking in a longing glance over something displayed on a shop window. Did she want to buy something? Maybe I can get it for her this Christmas. I turn my head at the last shop she checked out. A fleeting glimpse. The world stills. No. What? As soon as she said the world stills, I'm like, it's Kyoka. It's been a while. You're looking better than the last time we saw you, but I'm literally getting goosebumps. What a cutie, though. She looks at me, eyes hollow, gaze piercing, and boring into my very soul, like a set of chains keeping my body still. Just don't try anything, dude. My hands are ready for quick time events. Don't try anything. There are no shadows or whispers this time. Only a plea. A hum, low and indistinct. I did what you asked. I showed more than 5 people my letters. The letter, I guess. Stop coming to me. Haunt them. Compelling me, beckoning me, intent on dragging me to the void beyond the glass. Help me. Oh wait, that's her. No. I don't dare move. My heart hammers against my ribs. Each beat, every thump screaming at me to look away and make a run for it. But I can't. I couldn't. All of my limbs feel heavy while my own breathing strains in the face of her calls.
Leave me alone.
Her mouth is stretched in a grin, a wide and unpleasant. The panic building up in my chest forces me to take a tentative step back. I try not to stare at the decaying flesh, the blood streaming from the gaping wounds on her arms or nail-less fingers. I don't want this. Not like this. Not after I got what I want for Papa.
No, stop. Leave me alone.
Holy okay, dude. Put that old face away. Her face contorts and she lets out a wail, sharp and utterly unforgiving. Rage. There's only hatred and bitterness, as if the very notion of turning away from her is an offense in itself.
Please, I don't want this.
I'm friendly. Go away. Haunt the people bought your freaking house. I'm free. Before I know it, I'm stumbling backwards, my own throat hoarse from the streams I didn't even notice already coming out of my mouth. The back of my feet catches on a loose stone, sending me sprawling on the ground. The result, pain completely jolts me out of the haze blurring my mind. For a little while, my surroundings appear unfamiliar, until Becca's face swims into my vision. A look of concern is on her face, and her hands are gripping my arms tight. Even Zach appears beside himself with worry, while he stands behind her, acting as a shield against the small crowd of onlookers already forming around us.
What happened?
Bella, you okay?
Nothing much, guys. Just the spooky curse lady, you know. Hopefully she'll go attack the rights. Eventually. My mouth opens and closes, but nothing comes out. The words refuse to form. On impulse, I sneak a swift glance at the display window. She's gone. Yet the foreboding feeling hasn't left me. My hands are shaking as I push myself off the ground, my weakened limbs relying solely on reflex and muscle memory. Something icy has made its home at the pit of my stomach. I want to throw up, anything to get this wretched sensation out.
You are screaming! Zach, call someone!
No, don't. I'm good. I'm good. I need to get to the office. Rose, the floor plans. Someone's going to pick it up. I'll see you later.
See you guys.
Be careful! Don't stand up yet. Stay put, Isabella.
Sorry. Like we've established before, the hustle comes before our safety.
Zach, you watch over her for me. I'll call for someone.
Journal update. We got spooked. After a pleasant lunch with Zachary Steele and Rebecca Gales, Isabella Santos received an urgent phone call from Rose Cooper, asking her to meet with the Wrights interior designer. Left with no choice, she hurried back to BRC, but on her way, on one of the shops she passed by, a familiar smile greeted her. Wait, did I strip that? Gently, I attempt to smile to put her at ease, but it likely comes off as a grimace. Gently, I push her hands off my shoulder. My knees are still trembling, but I can stand. Leave. Leave me. Stay away. Away. The humidity stifling, everyone's stares are unnerving, and Beck and Zach's concerns are suffocating. I don't want to be here. No more. I break into a run. Oh, guess we didn't go to meet with Marianne. I wish I hadn't left my bed this morning. Here, with only the occasional drips of water on the sink and the whirring of the fan blades to keep me company, it's easy to fall into a cycle of negative thinking. But even with the clutter to keep me company, the room still feels a whole lot bigger than usual. I hug my knees closer as a group passes by outside. Loud. So loud. If only there was a way to tune out everything to keep my head from replaying every image, every sound of her. Headphones? Got any jams? Play that nice song at the cafe. Her screams, her awkward gait as she reaches for me, her bone-chilling smile, her please for? Plead, maybe? Enough. That's enough. A shiver passes over me, though it's not from the hair still hanging damp against my back, nor the draft that enters the room from the windows I've left wide open. My gaze shifts over to the letter sitting on the coffee table. Its edges flutter inquisitely. I don't know. I mean, I probably know the word, but I don't know the word. Dude, I'm telling you, they brought out the thesaurus for this. As the wind touches it. Funny how an ordinary looking piece of paper can bring this much trouble. The impulse to throw it away or rip it to pieces is still there. This just says send this to 5 people, not make them look at it, so maybe I was misunderstanding. How would you send it though? Photocopy it? I can easily do it, but after what? After that what? Will she leave me? What about those people who have already seen it? Will they be okay? This uncertainty gnaws at me. Knowing that she's real, I might also go after the people I care about. I just wish someone would listen. Believe me. The abrupt break in silence nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Blindly, I fish out my phone from under the mess of papers and cushions where I've carelessly thrown it before taking a shower hours ago. Ashton! My boy. It's pretty fly for an Asian guy. Ash's name flashes brightly on the screen. Is he calling because of this afternoon?
Thank you so much for spamming my inbox, scaredy cat.
Hey, Ash.
What's wrong?
I just had a long day. The couple who bought the house wanted us to finish processing the papers within the week.
You missed the sea bass.
It's a little hectic, but we'll manage.
Really? You sold it?
Don't sound so surprised. I told you, you don't stand a chance. The rights won't take no for an answer. You've been on the losing end from the very start. Ha!
Whoever said I was interested in the house in the first place?
You did. That's a joke. Haha.
But you said...
Despite his light tone, his snicker only comes off as annoying to my ears. I have to fight the urge to end the call right then and there. Stupid Ash.
You're such an ass. And just so you know, I'm not treating you to a separate celebration. Or ever.
No, that's just unfair. And here I was looking something up for you. Didn't you say you wanted to talk to Andrew?
Oh, we're finally getting our meeting with a professional. I pause. I did say that, but I didn't think he'd actually go to the trouble, considering how much he scoffed at the whole topic in the first place.
Is he okay with that?
Totally. Besides, I need to ask him about something. I might as well do it soon. What do you say you come with me tomorrow morning?
Well, there's no harm in it, I suppose. I've got a free day anyway.
Great, I'll just pick you up. Don't oversleep.
Don't compare me to you. I'm not the one who sleeps like a rock.
Another round of chuckles come from him. Oh, I will live for the day he'll stop making fun of me. Just you wait, you asshole. As I'm about to end the call, he clears his throat.
And, Isabella?
His sudden, diffident tone sends my eyebrows shooting up into my hairline. Is the world ending today?
Yeah? Did you forget something?
Do you think we...
Bro, you can't tell me that Ashton doesn't like Isabella and Becca doesn't like Ashton. It's the love triangle. Except we have a oblivious protagonist who I think Isabella thinks Ashton likes Becca.
Never mind.
I don't know. I don't know which one I want to go for. He hangs up instantly. Love triangles are always the worst, dude. Because you always feel bad for the people who get left out. Especially if they don't get like a secondary person, you know? Rude, completely rude. I didn't even get to thank it. I was about to like put an example, but I don't want to put any spoilers in here for anything. The busy tone, though, muffled, echoes through the receiver. No one is saying this will work. Even I am doubtful it will. But right now, I'll take anything. Anything to get out of this nightmare. You know what? Actually, this is like the sleep phase, so we'll go on for a bit, but we'll probably end it soon. Ashton Frey reminded Isabella Santos of their meeting with Professor Andrew Clark tomorrow, a respected professor with a doctorate degree in sociology. As a former researcher specializing in ethnography and psychology, Ashton assured that his friend can help her with her worries regarding the mansion's rumors. Sleep comes easier tonight, and for the first time in a long time, I dream of clear skies, of unrestrained laughter from children playing in the streets, and of small, cramped dwellings. To an outsider, the sight does not paint a pretty picture. However, this is home to me. We made it to the next day. And by going on for a bit, I think we're just gonna wrap it up here. Seems like a pretty appropriate place to stop. Pretty good time in the cafe. Got some interesting discussion, which we kind of weighed on a bit. Sad vibes, but it was a little roller coaster. Some good vibes, some sad vibes, some inspirational vibes, and we got a little spook for our first time seeing. I'm just trying to keep calling her Kayoko or Kayako. I think I always called her Kayoko, even though it might be Kayako. I'm just trying to keep calling her that until she gets a real name. So that is that'll be it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. And yeah, see you next time. But next time we'll visit this psychiatrist slash ethnographist, which I believe is the study of old historical like artifacts and like certain timelines. I forgot what it was exactly. We did Google that before. But yeah, thanks for watching as always. See you next time. Bye.